Good morning, folks. Welcome along. Hope you're all doing very well. Simulation for the Nation here. You join me back on the family farm. We're out in the old yellow bus. We're in the JCB telehandler and we're down unloading these bags of fertilizer from yesterday. What we're going to be doing is getting these stacked up, and then we're actually we're heading off into Massey, which you can just see parked around the corner there. Because we're going to pick up a new bit of kit today. We've got a lot to do. We've got to pick up the new machine. We're also going to be, let's get this one stacked over there, I think, a little bit. We're going to be using that machine, but we're also going to be keeping Dad going on the spinner. So he is out and about at the moment. Get off there. But we're just getting these under the shed now, keep them nice and dry. And then, yeah, like I say, we've got a new bit of equipment to go and pick up, which kind of marks a bit of a change in philosophy more than anything else. Something I've been discussing with Dad for a while that I really wanted to look into the implementation of, see if it was practical or not for our farm. We've got a couple of fields that it's got a bit of multi-purpose use really, so we're going to give that a try. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it works, and also it's going to be interesting on some of our land. The first two fields we're going to use it on. It's got quite a solid kind of purpose really for picking those fields, but yeah, it sounds a little bit kind of mysterious at the moment, but it won't do. Anyway, that's a bag of seed there in that shed that we will be using, if that's any kind of clue. Let's see if we just pick up two of these at once. It's going to be a bit of a stretch that way. Oh, just got a slightly longer forks on the end there, but yeah, we're looking good. Oh, easy SFTN, there we go. It's another wonderful day, as you can see. Skies looking glorious, and yeah, we're gonna get on. Dad's traveling across. He's already back at the home farm there now, just finishing off with the spring barley that we put into the ground. So that's good news to see that that's coming in. He says he's traveling very well on it as well, with the 57, so that's good. And then he's come down here to do some of the grassland we have down here. There's only the one field that we need to do down here, and then once he's got that one done, we're going to fill him back up with fertilizer. He's going to go up and do some of the ground around the home farm there, which would be good to get done as well. So we're really kind of cracking on with our jobs today, which is exciting. We've got plenty of line back. We're just waiting for the if you saw the last video, which went up on Monday, we're just really waiting for the contractor to arrive now, which I believe is going to be tomorrow. Ooh, get up there. So we'll watch this space for that one. I'll let you know how that goes, of course. Not at the moment. There we are. There's a shed there. I don't want to do that too much. So yeah, I came down the Massey. We brought the JCB down earlier this morning. I came down the Massey, so once I've done this, I can just get myself straight away up to where I need to be for to pick up the new bit of kit. Now it's something that we've been looking at for a while. It's cost us a fair bit of money, but it's going to be something we're going to be using a lot. Yeah, we'll walk through the intended plans for that. And we'll have to go and come back here and pick up that seed, like I said. But we'll get into that one. For now, though, let's get those two ready for when Dad arrives, and we'll knock that off. I do love this JCB. It's a tank, it's reliable, but by heavens is it slow to get down here, or to drive anywhere for that matter. Heavens above. It takes about twice or three times the time it took in the Massey here. However, we've got the old batted weight on the front just to give me a little bit more. I'm not sure how heavy this is going to be on the back. It shouldn't be too bad, but I just didn't want to bounce around too much. And Dad's got the newer block on the front of the 57, so we'll have to come and swap that around at some point. This one's the one we usually use when we used to have a front loader on the Massey, which I don't know why we don't really have anymore, but might look to get another good weight block in at some stage. Anyway, we're going to head off. We're going to go down to the local dealership, actually, who have been very kind to help us get this all sorted out there. We've dealt with these guys for forever, really. They're a Massey dealer, which is why we're still Massey, because they're right over the road from us. And it really does help us out an awful lot when we need. Not to mention, yeah, I'm just a big fan of a Massey. I don't think that's ever going to change. And come back into Port William again. On the left. Oh, we're just up here on the right. No, they do sell a fence here. I'd be curious. Never driven a fence. I'd love to have a bit of a blast on one, but I don't think our budget would ever quite stretch to a fence. But yeah, what we're going to do is just pull up next to this nice looking rake. Because that's what we're going to be picking up. That is ours. I'm just going to go and see my man inside. And I'll be right back out with you. But yeah, this is it really. So this is a 9 meter wide grass harrow, but it also has the air seeder block on it as well, so that we can use it to do one of two things, which we'll get into in just a little while. But yeah, bear with me and I'll be right back. Okay folks, so we are done. Just picked up all the paperwork I need and had a quick chat with my dealer about a few different things. So yeah, this is it. This is something we've been toying with for an idea for a while there. Now we obviously will use this quite easily on our grassland there, twofold. We're going to reseed grass seed into any pastures that need a bit of a bit of a break or a bit of a reseed in there to reinvigorate and re-energize the ground. But also we can use it to pull out any of the dead ground with the harrows. But we're going to use it as well as a bit of a stubble rake across our any cereal ground, and we're also going to drill a cover crop with it. Now this is the interesting thing for us as far as a new business. It's a new approach I've been discussing with Dad for a while, where we're going to start to implement cover crops onto some of our ground and try and reduce the amount of ploughing that we actually have to do. Some of our ground is notoriously quite heavy, and we're going to be bringing in a mixture of different cover crops to see if we can break up the amount of ploughing we have to do, reduce down to a little bit more of a minimum tillage operation, to see if we can get better yields, and also reduce the impact and the cost for our operation here. It does cost us a lot of money to plough an acre of ground, whereas if you're using cover crops and direct drilling, you can't really see there's a bit of a benefit there. Now with some of our ground, again, it is a little bit it's a bit heavy. You've seen in previous videos some of the stones that we're pulling up, so we're going to give it a bit of a gradual integration to see how it goes. There's two fields I have earmarked. The one that I was in just recently to cultivate over there, we're going to go and drill into that now, just to see if the cover crop over time. We did a very light tillage of it, so it's the top 2 or 3 inches. So cover crop in, see if it helps to break up the deeper compaction there, and see what else that ground can do. So that's what we're going to be looking into now, and yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how it goes. So it's going to give us a good opportunity to try it, that's for sure. But we also get a grass harrow out of it as well, so it's something that we can use to improve our grassland and our pasture land as well. The cover crop thing is very much a secondary benefit right now, so we'll see, but it's going to be interesting for sure. Dad and I did discuss a few different options, but this seems to be the best one for us, giving us the like I say, the benefit of both, but without having to go full integration and the cost of implementing a whole new different system in one go. So it's going to be something that should benefit us here, and we shall see. But for now, we're going to head back up to the yard, so Dad's probably on his way down very shortly, and we will wait for his arrival where we can fill him up, get him on the way to the grassland. Okay, so I have a feeling that Dad's probably going to be very close by. So what we'll do, we're just going to swing into the edge here. Try and keep out of his way. And then, yeah, we're going to fill him up and get ourselves on the way as well. Sign him in there? No, nothing yet. I should have plenty of space to get through there. Plenty of space. So yeah, this is, we're finally getting some ground covered. This yard as well, there's a few people who have given some suggestions in previous videos as to what else we could use this for. It's certainly something that we'll have to have a little bit of a revamp of there, I think. We don't own too much land down here, so we're not going to invest too much money into changing this. Right now, as I think I mentioned there, it is just a very nice little storage yard, to be honest. Nice and not too big, nice and dry though. We can seal off all the doors here and get a nice place to keep fertilizer out the way in the dry, which is always important. We sell quite a lot of the straw that we harvest. We don't use that ourselves there, so we We'll probably look at doing something similar with that, and we often store a little bit down here. The only problem being then trying to get out with the straw there. It's a little bit busy down that bottom end at times. So, oh, I think I hear someone about to arrive there. There is the old man himself. It's my new Billy Kit there, whatever you do. Alright, so I'm going to jump into the old guild. We'll get him loaded up there. And then we'll get him out of the way. I can take this. I need to take this and the Massey up to the field to get myself going up there. So let's see. Is he in? Where's he going to? Excellent, he's over there. Perfect stuff. So let's just get this all loaded up there and we will get ourselves away. I'm just going to have a quick chat with him before we put this in, and then we will come back to you when we're good to kind of get ourselves up and away out of here, I think. Alright, number 1 and 2 in. We'll have to get, I think we'll probably got about half another one in, but we'll take 2. We can always come back and see how that's looking. Now down here on the block of land that we have down at this end, we've got about 17-18 acres of grassland, and then a little bit less on the arable side of things as well. We've had this land down here for a while, but we are looking at trying to maybe find some other options. A little bit more land that we can work on with that kind of thing, so we'll have to see how that all looks. He's done it. Perfect. That's looking pretty full. So my grandma actually lives in the house behind here, so my dad's just going to go and say hello to her. So he'll be getting off as soon as he's done. Just get the sheep pulled back over. Excellent. And then we are going to probably just take the Massey up to the... We can't get a lot of seed in that hopper, so we're going to take the bag of seed that's behind us there up to the field, and we're going to start looking into that as well, I think. So I'm just going to tidy everything up at this end. We'll go and have a look at that, and we'll see how we get on. Okay then, folks, we are at full speed, incredibly. We're taking up this is a cover crop in this bag here. So inside this, there's a little bit of oilseed radish, there's some vetch, there's some wild oats in there. There's a little bit of kale, I think. There's a bit of all sorts. Now the idea being that we're going to drill this into the ground with the new harrow and seeder on the back there. And then that is going to do a couple of things. They have a lot of broad leaves on there which capture a lot of sunlight, which produce a lot of nitrogen, put that into the ground through photosynthesis. And then they also have big long roots. Now those big long roots kind of grow down over into the through the topsoil into a bit of the subsoil as well there, and break that all up. So kind of break up any outstanding compaction in there, and allow for better drainage really. So we're going to see how that goes. It kind of binds the soil together in a bit more of a stronger soil structure, which is important. And so one of the fields we're going to try on, this first one we're going to is on the hillside. When we do get a lot of rain here, you find there is quite a lot of surface runoff, which takes a lot of nutrients in the soil with it. So we're going to try and prevent that from happening. And so this is why this is like the first real test, if you like. And we'll be very curious to see the results of this and see if the yields improve and we do come to plant a cereal crop in here in the autumn. We will be going more with a direct approach. So we'll be curious to see how that all pans out as well. But yeah, first stage is always going to be just to get this drilled. The tractor's in the field, as you can see. We're just going to trundle over with this bag of seed, get this all set up, and then we'll have a blast with it. So shouldn't take too long to do the field day. You have a decent working speed, and it's also 9 meters in width, so it should allow us to get it covered nice and quickly. The slowest part is this, what we're doing right now, with the slow, tedious drive up to the field there. Dad is away. He's got himself spreading fertilizer and doing well with that, so we'll just leave him to crack on. We need to get this beast unfolded, so I've got it set up on the hydraulics there, so it should be good. So it's a green spool valve there. And out it comes. Like I say, we have the GPS in here as well, so we can get it all programmed into 9 meter widths, and we should be looking good. not a heavy machine at all, and I think we could even get away without having this weight on the back, but it never hurts. We'll just get this filled up, and then we can get ourselves on our way, I should imagine. We'll leave it just to be pretty much as is, I think. Alright, not the biggest of tanks. Pull that back a little bit, I think, to get out of the way. Excellent stuff, and that's going to be us. So what we're going to do is head right over to the far side again. We'll give it a start over there. Good, and off we go. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this is like. I don't envision it taking too long, and it'd be nice to kind of have a different approach really. As you can see, when we do work this ground over, the top couple of inches is quite light there, and when you do leave it like this, it is susceptible to being washed away if we get any torrential storms, which obviously we've had Storm Kira and Storm Dennis is reaping havoc across the country right now, so fortunately, as you can see, we aren't being affected by it too much at all. But what we are going to do is get this all set up in the way. So I'm going to have a fiddle with my GPS on here, get this all ready, and we'll get going, I think. And just like that, folks, I think we're pretty much away. It looks like it's working. Certainly looks like the air seed was on. It looks like we are getting seed out of the back end, which is all you can really ask. So let's see if we get around here. Put that back down again. There we go. Perfect stuff. And like I say, this will take a few weeks to emerge through. We're not going to treat it with anything. We're just going to leave it, and hopefully the good sunshine with a little bit of moisture in the soil, that will really transform it, really allow it to kick on and thrive. And once it does that, we'll have a lovely thick cover crop coming through as well. So we'll watch that space to see how it comes along. For now though, I'm pretty much going to just keep cracking along with this. I might even just start to miss the odd road to make it a little bit more efficient for me. GPS back online, and then we will get galloping through this field nice and quickly. So we're really kicking on now. The farm is really reaping the rewards of the nice weather right now, so we'll continue to get this first application of nitrogen down on both the spring crops and the grassland, and then we're really rocketing towards the to the big late spring tasks. First cut hay, second cut hay, getting the spring crops fully fertilized, and there'll be a couple of applications as well. We have to put some broadleaf herbicide down soon, I would imagine, but we'll keep an eye on that one as well, and we can get cracking forward towards a busy summer really. So we'll come back to you later on in the week as I put out the new schedule there. We will be coming back with twice weekly updates. It looks like it's going to be a Friday and a Monday, so we'll come back with you with another update on Monday. So we'll see you then. Until then though, have a great day, enjoy what you're doing, and happy farming.